Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, we're talking about Xbox 360 emulation on Android with AX360E. And it appears that AX360 is real and in development. So here's the official website for AX360E, and they say AX360E is an Android-based Xbox 360 emulator ported from Xenia. We extend our deepest gratitude to all contributors of the Xenia Canary project for their tremendous contributions. We have merely built on their outstanding work, focusing on areas where we excel. And then they go on to say here, and I think this is worth pointing out, it's also worth pointing out this has been translated from Chinese to English, so it may not be 100% accurate. Currently, AX360E is not publicly available for download and does not warrant donations require. Please refrain from purchasing or downloading APKs with the same name from unknown sources. So for those wondering about the developer behind this project and maybe seeing the word ANU up here, I think that's how you say it, and thinking it looks familiar. It's the same person or people behind APS3E on the Google Play Store, which is a PlayStation 3 emulator. Now my gut tells me, and I could be wrong about this one, but I don't think so. I'm guessing that AX360E will eventually make its way to the Google Play Store, and there's probably going to be free and paid versions of it. And I would expect performance to be along the lines of taking a look at APS3E versus something like RPCS3. If you are interested in this one and wanted to learn more about it, like everything we talk about, links will be within the GitHub link in the bottom of the description below. I don't hide my sources. Now, taking a look here, my recommendation would be if you're really interested in this one, possibly just wait until it pops up on Google Play in order to check it out. I probably would try to avoid random APKs on the internet. But moving on from that, and next up here, we're talking about Ajay Prefix, and they say here you can install the Ajay Prefix on various PC emulators such as Mobox, WoW64, WinLater, DarkOS, MiceWine, the latest Hangover, GameHub, GameFusion, and other WoW64 PC emulators. And Ajay Prefix just got a brand new update. So at the time of filming, the latest release here is a brand new feature, Quick Launcher for Ajay Start Menu. Quick Launcher is a lightweight utility for GameHub and other emulators by creating .exe shortcuts, eliminating the need to navigate through the Windows Start menu. They say here under Features, bypass Start menu, launch your favorite games and emulators directly from GameHub, saving time and clicks. Lightweight and fast, minimal resource usage for a seamless experience. Emulator compatibility works with GameHub and other popular emulators like WinLater, and quick shortcuts for Ajay Start Menu Viewer. And speaking about stuff on Android, next up we're talking about Adreno GPUs and custom drivers. And version 25.3.0 revision 11 of Adreno Tools drivers has just released. So this update seems pretty simple and straightforward. However, there is one interesting twist here. Under changelog, they say merged upstream, general optimizations and bug fixes, and applied one patch. And this patch may fix crashes in Tears of the Kingdom and some other games. But moving on from that and still talking about emulation here, next up we're talking about FEX, and FEX is a fast user code x86 and x86 emulator for ARM64 Linux. And FEX just got a brand new update. So at the time of filming, FEX Release FEX 2510 is the latest update. And I would say this is kind of a big update, but they don't. I don't know if this is in jest or what, but it's a very interesting intro to this. They say we're just going to kick out this little release and be on our way. There might be some interesting things this month, read and find out. And the very first thing is JIT improvements. So they say here, this month we've had various JIT improvements and bug fixes, most of which were bug fixes, but we do have some performance optimizations as well. And they fixed a bunch of crashes here. Furthermore, they've implemented support for SSE4A, and there's even more stuff. If you're interested and wanted to go through it and learn more about it, again, like everything we talk about, links will be within the GitHub link in the description below. And continuing to talk about emulation and brand new features, but going a little bit more niche here, and we're talking about C64 emulation on the Nintendo DS and DSi with GimliDS. And GimliDS just got a brand new update. So at the time of filming, version 1.5 is the latest update for GimliDS. They say here they've added in Ultramax support plus the first pass at some of the freezer cards. They've improved speed almost 15% across the board, helps DS Lite run at the right speed, and DSi gets additional sound improvements and even more stuff. And speaking about adding support for stuff, next up we're talking about Call of Duty and Battlefield 6. And I absolutely love seeing this. I think this is trolling at a very good level and also competition at a very good level. Anyways, here, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will be free to play during Battlefield 6's launch week. Now, it's worth noting, I'm not Team Call of Duty, I'm not Team Battlefield, I'm Team let's get out the popcorn and watch the mayhem. I'm curious to see if Battlefield does something to try to combat this, but either way here, let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below. And speaking about waiting to see what happens, next up here we're talking about Sackbird Studios, which is a brand new game studio with a very interesting story behind it. So they say here, Sackbird Studios takes flight, an employee-owned, self-funded game studio founded by the veteran developers of The Elder Scrolls Online and the cancelled Project Blackbird. So they say here, after years in AAA, we wanted the freedom to take smart risks without waiting for a green light or chasing quarterly targets. We're fully employee-owned and funded, which means we only answer to people who are passionate about games. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't really curious and really looking forward to seeing what this studio produces. And speaking about new stuff coming out, next up we're talking about kind of the exact opposite, but kind of. We're talking about old stuff shutting down, but maybe not old stuff, just stuff shutting down. So taking a look here over at EA. And if you're a fan of FIFA 23, you're not going to like this news. So taking a look at EA's online services shutdown page under F, and as of October 30th, they've listed FIFA 23 for the Nintendo Switch, PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. FIFA 23 is what now? 3 years old? 2 years old? Not very old. And on top of that, and I think on a side note here, it did come out in 2022. I think, and I could be wrong with this one, but this is the last FIFA game produced by EA. After that, it's FC. Next up, we're shifting from software to hardware and talking about a brand new laptop here from System76, and this is the brand new Oryx Pro. It has an AMD Ryzen HX 370 and also an NVIDIA 5070 in it. It can have up to 96 gigs of RAM. That's a lot of RAM. And the price on this one is starting at $25.99, so basically $2,600. This is a Linux purpose-built laptop, which means it's been designed for Linux. Can you put Windows on it? Absolutely yes. Taking a look here as well, the screen on this one is 16 inches at 16 by 10, 2K display at 240 Hertz. Now, although the hardware here is not the cheapest, I will say that based on the components alone, cheap prices are probably not going to be a thing. On top of that, System76 also believes in the right to repair, meaning you can take apart the laptop and replace and upgrade parts, which I'm a huge fan of. And speaking about hardware, next up we're talking about ASUS, who has just announced the Expert Center PN54S1 Mini, a brand new mini PC. And this one is powered by the AMD Ryzen 200 series. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I don't know the specific prices. They do have integrated graphics, and taking a look here, there's 3 different chip options: an AMD Ryzen 3 210, a Ryzen 5 220, and a Ryzen 7 260. And speaking about stuff that can run Windows and Linux, next up we're switching from hardware to software and talking about WinBoat, where they say run Windows apps on Linux with seamless integration. At the time of filming, WinBoat version 0.8.7 is the latest update. And they say here, now you can decide whether or not you want to share your home folder during installation, a warning that has been added to make sure the user understands the risks. On top of that, on the exact same day they released version 0.8.6.7 is the latest update though. And in this version, they say WinBoat will now remember its window position and size when you close it. And they've added an option for multi-monitor users where you can configure how you'd like your multi-monitor support to work. Multi-mon creates separate displays for each monitor, while span stretches across all monitors. If you are interested in WinBoat, it's free, it's open source, it's up on GitHub, and again, like everything we talk about, links are within the GitHub link in the bottom of the description below. And continuing to talk about Linux stuff, next up we're talking about Ubuntu, and Ubuntu has just released version 25.10 Quest in Quokka. Now the window on this one, the support window is not very long, it's 9 months until July 2026. and this does include kernel 6.17 and GNOME 49. And last up here, we're talking about a brand new game on Android that seemingly has caught a number of people by surprise. And it's a Netflix game, so it is WWE 2K25 Netflix Edition. I'm not necessarily a WWE fan, but if you are, this might be of interest. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Feel free to discuss anything we talked about in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate. Save your state.